All right, it is May the 4th be with you day, so we've got a science fiction themed illustration going on here for the EXD May newsletter. For this particular illustration, I'm revisiting a character my uncle created like 16 years ago named Alec Gunter Alien Hunter. Here are the original drawings of the character, and as you can see, he was quite faithfully modeled after a 10-year-old me, down to the teeth, literally, and the haircut I was sporting. And on the right is Shroomo, Alec Gunter Alien Hunter's robotic sidekick. Here are my uncle and brother's characters within the universe, Captain Quint and Colonel Carson Shroot of the Galactic Secret Police. Here's some concept art, and another drawing showcasing that loving relationship between Alec Gunter and Shroomo. It's always smart to start off an illustration with a couple of thumbnails to block out the composition and figure out what's going on. And then, of course, gathering some reference photos so you can become even more self-conscious about how long your neck is. Now, I was looking at a lot of the works of Western comic book artists as I was making this, as well as some illustrators like Virgil Finlay, who I totally ripped this little symbol thing going on here from. I just really wanted a typographic element, but wasn't up for the task of redesigning the already perfect Alec Gunter Alien Hunter word mark from earlier. Virgil Finlay, by the way, is pretty sweet. You should definitely go check out his work. For this illustration, I imagine the duo on some kind of surveying expedition, hence Shroomo being attached to the top of a tripod, and they're using some ancient crystal plumb bob that accidentally awakens or summons some Lovecraftian nightmare that they then have to hunt down or something stupid like that. It's been a while since I last committed to a drawing like this, and I decided to bust out the Micron pens and brushes and draw on a vellum surface bristol board. However, I think you'd want something a little bit smoother when it comes to more inky drawings, but I figured I'd use the pad for something else in the future. I also used some white gel pens later on for correcting mistakes, adding highlights, and putting stars in the sky. Now, I often set out on a drawing hoping it'll result in just a pristine sheet of ink and paper, but that's really never the case, and there's always going to be mistakes, and there's no shame in whiting a mistake out, or honestly straight up painting white over an area or taping a piece of paper over top just to redraw something later. Because after all, or at least often in comics, the final drawing will be reduced down to a simple black and white image, and you'll never be able to tell what was originally paper or paint. Also, I feel like I was using the wrong tool to fill in all these black spaces. Took forever. Having just recently gotten back into drawing these kinds of things, I wanted to test out a couple different techniques, especially in terms of shading. For example, I wanted all the hatch lines to radiate from the same source of light, that being the crystal plumb bob, but I don't think that resulted in as successful as an image as it could have had the hatch lines followed the actual contours of the forms being rendered. Here's that white Signo Uniball gel pen at work. It's fun to use, but a little hard to control. I ended up going over a lot of these starbursts with Micron just to refine the edges. And here's the final. I didn't get to finish the tentacles, and I forgot about the belt, and I should probably shave that forehead back a little bit before it offends somebody. Thanks for watching. May the 4th be with you, and always... Oh, shoot. My ship is cracked. Shroomo! Subscribe to the EXD newsletter ASAP! Oh!